This message finds you to bring acknowledgement to the spirit of competition within yourself and or others, with yourself and or with others. Now, I would love to assume that the viewer that I'm speaking to is the advanced soul who has a sense of knowing when it comes to self. You've established a sense of self. You know who you are at the core to a certain extent because you are ever unfolding, so you never truly know everything. But there are levels to this shiz, and I would like to believe my viewer is no rookie. However, that's for you to determine for yourself, to really be honest with yourself and say, do I really know myself? Or am I just scratching the surface? The reason that this topic is currently relevant is because there is this feeling of watchfulness and certain spiritual entities trying to get one up on you. And these spiritual entities can be within yourself, within others, whomever. But the idea of competition all in itself is stupid, quite frankly, because you should not compete where you do not compare. And you, in reality, do not compare to anyone or anything else in this world. Comparison is the thief of joy. I'm sure you've heard it before. If not, it's not that complex of a statement to digest. Even if you are in a realm where there are other people doing something similar to you, they are still not your competition. It's good to look to others for inspiration, advice, and or growth, but once you start competing, that's when you need to check yourself, or when you start to feel others trying to compete and compare where they do not. That's when it's time to check the situation. Check yourself, check out, check them, check it, check in or check out. Whatever kind of checking you need to do, this is that season. And when I say check, for some, this could simply be being in that observer position first, and then seeing what you need to do with that information that you gather while observing. This is that time where you might unfortunately realize you have to stop sharing things with certain people, or you have to keep certain things to yourself, just period, despite who, what, when, where, why, and how is going on around you. Because sometimes those monitoring spirits really just grab a hold of situations and they can really complicate things. I won't say that they stop it much, but they can halt, alter, deceive, trick, and it's just also unnecessary. So, no matter which side of the scenario you find yourself, or what side of the coin you find yourself on, or you can simultaneously be in both spaces, both places where you feel in one area, one space, one arena, or many areas, many spaces, many arenas, that you have established a sense of self, you are secure in that belief, and you're moving forward with that. But it seems like other people are uncomfortable with your stability, your security, your inner knowing. While in other situations, while that's simultaneously happening, you can still be in other situations, other circumstances trying to compete and or compare. You have to know yourself. The reason this message finds you is because you are in a bit of a vulnerable space or position. This does not necessarily mean that you should be frantic or on the lookout, but just be mindful of your source of happiness, your source of joy, and protecting that. This also entails protection of certain ideas, spaces, people, places, and things. Again, this is something I keep getting here where it's okay to keep some secrets because it's your business. Because what is not known cannot be projected upon. It can just be. It's bringing me to that concept of when, I believe it's atoms, like the little particles that make up everything around us, they know when they are being observed and they change themselves, they alter themselves based on that knowing, based on that situational awareness. There's something going on in your life where awareness could make or break a situation. Other people's awareness could make or break a situation. This is why they say sometimes to keep that good news to yourself. And if you're anything like me, you hate that because you love to share with your loved ones. But again, those monitoring spirits sometimes do attach themselves to the ones that you love. And again, I have to stress it. I love to stress it because I really don't want to be one of those readers that makes it seem like everyone that's watching this is perfect, because fuck that. That is such bullshit, and I do not like those types of readers because that is just creating a narcissistic perspective from you within you. It's not cute. It's not beautiful. It's not evolutionary. It's not helpful. It's not purposeful. But what is helpful, what is purposeful, is this sense of a watchfulness that you're being called into at this time. Yeah. To end this reading off, we have 2 cards that talk about quietness, turning a blind eye, or not making a choice. And that leads to an actual change. You've got something brewing beneath the surface. For some of you, this looks like an idea coming to life. For others of you, this is a business idea, a business venture. For others, it's a relationship. For some, it's a new move, whatever it may be. The Hermit pops out with the 2 of Pentacles. Keep it until you know. Keep it until you know. 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is also helping you to step into a new sense of self-actualization and self-validation and self-acceptance. To know that it doesn't have to be printed on the news headlines for it to be important or significant or of value. It doesn't have to be popular to be of value. It doesn't have to be observed or seen by others to be real or valuable. All it needs is you to see it, for you to believe in it. So, be mindful of the spirit of competition within yourself and others. There's no reason to be combative. Take things for what they are. And not being combative doesn't mean that you can't have conversations that may not be pleasant. But just make sure there's purpose and a resolution or solution at the end of it. Or else you're just wasting your time and everyone else that's involved. This is a good time to remain cloaked, vigilant, observant. And don't feel like everyone has to know your next move. And also, just know that your next move is your best move. Your next move is your best move. I want to see that I want you to flood that in the comments. Say, my next move is my best move. My next move is my best move.